Welcome back to the channel Learner's World. So, when you press your computer's power button, then your computer starts magically. So, how the magic happens, today I'm going to show you as simple as I can. So, let's get started with that. Okay, now let's see what happens when you press your computer's power button. Step 1. PC's circuit tests the power. So at first it tests the power. It means it checks for the voltage and the current. If it's good, then it proceeds to step 2. If the power is good, then the CPU wakes up and activates the BIOS, which stands for Basic Input Output System, which is a very simple, like a very basic thing which knows this is type of device and this is that type of device. So it's very basic and it's really called as the motherboard's firmware. Then after the BIOS is activated, then the BIOS starts the post. The post stands for power on self test. As you can see, it checks for the parts of the computer itself when it just starts up. Then the COMS, as you can see, if you have ever seen a motherboard, you can see at the right down corner it looks like a watch battery, but it stands for complementary metal oxide semiconductor. It usually stores some BIOS settings, and it also stores your date and time. So in step 4, what it does is BIOS and COMS talk back to each other to ensure the device is in that place. For example, it will check the device is there, and before the device was there and now the device is there. So it will check like this. Okay. Then step 5, BIOS loads very basic drivers for device attached. So for example, I've given a picture. You can see a very sports car, very expensive sports car, and in the left side a broken one. So the person is saying these are two cars and I know how to drive them. For example, if you have a costly video card and a very I mean to say very old video card, so it doesn't care about that. It loads the basic thing. So how to communicate with the device. If that's video card, so it decides yes if it's a video card, and it loads some very basic drivers of very low resolution. So next step is CPU will send signals to the system bus to ensure all things are working. Well, system bus we can say as it's a highway to connections for all the components of the system. So in the diagram you can see a system bus, and to the system bus and video card is attached and a hard drive is attached. So CPU will send signals and ensure all devices working properly. So next step is the post launches the video display. So before all the steps were happening, before the video signals come to the monitor. So in this step, your monitor starts up and shows the logo or whatever it has. Then steps 8, post is going to test system memory. Uh, as the diagram suggests, it will test how much the memory of your RAM and what is the writing speed. So you must be heard of DDR2, DDR3, DDR4. All this are of writing speed difference. So, and yes, if you are used a old computer, you might be seeing when the computer starts up at the left hand upper corner of your monitor, numbers add up. So it is to test how much the RAM you have in the computer. Nowadays it's not there, it's of very old days. Okay, then next step is post hands over to bootstrap. See, bootstrap is a thing which gets after post hands over the process, bootstrap gets itself and starts itself, and this is the step where a computer begins its life. Okay, so and the last step is bootstrap. l- loader loads the operating system. So it will gather all the operating system files and start your operating system. It might be your Linux, Apple, Mac OS X, or Windows. So after that, the process will be done by your operating system handling all its own files, and you'll see your desktop. Okay. So now I hope you have got a brief idea about how the computer starts up. So for more videos, stay tuned and please do subscribe, like and share. Bye bye.